From WXXI News, this is Connections. I'm Racquel Stephen, filling in for Evan Dawson. In the month of May, the nation recognizes the cultural and historical contributions of people of Asian American descent and individuals from the Pacific Islands by honoring how they have helped shape our society. Here at WXXI, we commemorated AAPI Heritage Month by spotlighting members of our community who can trace their lineage back to Asia and the Pacific Islands, but who have made Rochester home and are doing their part to make the community better than how they met it. We're splitting the hour into two segments to give our guests equal time to reflect on their accomplishments. We will first meet Mimi Hwang, who is a professor at the Eastman School of Music and the coordinator of If Music Be Food concert series. And for the second half of the show, we will chat with John and Joanna Ra. The couple owns the AGAPE Black Belt Center in Pittsford and founded the local chapter of Asian Pacific American Public Affairs. And always, you, our listeners, can join in on the conversation by calling 585-263-9994 or emailing connections@wxxi.org. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can just comment right in our YouTube channel. Let's begin with Mimi Hwang. Welcome to Connections, Mimi.
Thanks, Racquel, for having me.
And thank you for joining me. Mimi, can you tell us a little bit about your family background? When did you come to Rochester? How did your family move to the United States?
My parents were both born in China. They came to Los Angeles to go to college. Actually, well, my dad went to Oregon first, but then they both went to Los Angeles to go to college, and they met at USC there, and they met at a international students' Valentine's Day dance.
Wow! Yes.
My mom was wearing a traditional Chinese dress, and my dad, and I think she'd only been in the country about 2 months. And my dad, they started talking, and that's how they met.
Yeah, and then they had Mimi.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
And then when did you come to Rochester? When did family move to Rochester?
The family didn't move to Rochester.
Oh.
My family just is still in Los Angeles. I came here by myself to go to the Eastman School of Music.
Oh, wow.
When I was 17 years old. I was a Valley girl. That's they called us in those days, and I didn't own a wool coat. I didn't have anything, and so my parents brought me here. We went to Sibley's downtown, and I bought they bought me a couple of wool sweaters and a coat and boots. I had to have boots.
Yeah.
I had a little California ski jacket, and some of the other students looked at me and said, "You're going to need something more than that, honey." So,
so you've seen snow for the first time here in Rochester?
I'd seen snow a couple times, because I'd been up to the mountains skiing and stuff. But I certainly had never lived in snow, and I'd never lived, I never lived in this part of the country before, so it was really quite a shock to me. So I came here for my first 2 undergraduate years at Eastman. I left and went to a couple different schools, and then I came back in the early 90s.
Yeah. And as far as like adjusting to Rochester from Los Angeles, right? Was that a huge adjustment?
It was a huge adjustment, I cannot tell you.
What's a funny story you remember, like as far as like acclimating to the culture here?
I remember walking over to Midtown for lunch with a couple of my roommates, and I just started crying.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Why?
What am I doing here? I don't know. It was just so different from what I was used to.
Oh my! But now that attitude has definitely changed, right?
I've been living in Rochester since the early 90s now, and I raised my girls here. And I really love living in Rochester. I've made good friends. I'm part of the community.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I feel like Rochester is my home. I say I'm from LA, but I'm really I live in Rochester, and I like living here.
So you went from crying
to
saying like, this is my home.
Yeah.
Wow. And I understand that because I'm from a warm climate as well, right? I'm from the Virgin Islands. Everyone is like, why are you here? And now I consider Rochester home.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand how you're fefeeling.
No, and I don't even, when I go to LA, it's like, there's so much traffic.
Yeah.
It's so crowded. It takes so long to get anywhere. So I think I consider myself a Rochesterian.
Yeah. So you appreciate this small things like traffic. Everything takes 10, 15 minutes to get where.
It's so easy to live here.
Everything's easy, right? I mean, you've been here since the 90s. So it's safe to say that you enjoy your time here. And let's talk about your love for music, right? You've won some awards, right? And you're very humble, Mimi. If people don't know, like, you don't like speaking about yourself.
I don't.
You don't.
So
but
what I'm doing here, I
but
don't
you
know,
have
but anyway.
accolades. Like, you are a big deal. Tell us about your love for music and the cello, and how did you develop this skill set? When did you find out that this was something that you were great at?
I didn't know I was great, and I wasn't great at the beginning. My mom is a pianist, and so I grew up with music. And I actually started out as a pianist. I started playing the piano when I was 3, and that did not go so well for me. So, and it was a lot of tension with my mom and everything and blah, blah. And so when I was 8 years old, I went to a local concert of the Pasadena Symphony, which is near where I grew up in LA. And there were women playing the cello in the orchestra. It was a community orchestra. And then I just told my mom that I wanted to play the cello. And she looked at me and she said, "You want to carry that thing around the rest of your life?" But my older brother was playing the violin at the time, and I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
So, and I love the sound of the cello. The sound, the range of the cello is the range of the human voice, and it's very relatable. I love the low notes. I love playing bass lines.
Yeah.
And
so you're like, I'm not doing the piano. Did you ever think about going back to the piano after that?
well, you have to take some piano lessons at school when you're a music major, and I still didn't do very well. But I've had a lot of years of piano lessons, and I don't really play the piano. It's too many lines to think about. Your hands are playing different things all the time. Yeah. Just like playing one line. So.
But you're really accomplished with being a cellist.
Cellist.
I was right. Cellist. You won
great.
awards. Tell us about these awards.
I was in a string quartet in my 20s for about 10 years, and we won the Banff International String Quartet Competition, and I think it was in 1982. We've also placed in some competitions in France and in other places, and we had that was a nice run. Yeah. I think that I learned the most about music playing in a string quartet.
Yeah. And now you're trying to give that feeling, that joyous feeling to
my students,
your students and the community,
mm-hmm.
right? You're a professor at Eastman.
I am.
And you also do the If Music Be Food.
If Music Be the Food is a series that was started by a good friend of mine named Carol Rodland. She's a violist, and she was an Eastman faculty member at the time. Mm-hmm. She wanted to start a series that involved both supporting the community and supporting a local organization in town, and also having, and just having beautiful music playing, and also having some of the students involved too. And Carol left in, I think I started in 2017, and I've been running it since then.
Yeah. And what... I know there's something unique about this concert series, right? To enter, can you tell us about the entry fee?
Well, our admission fee is a cash donation if you choose, but you can also just bring some non-perishable goods. We have some barrels from Food Link, and they, bring whatever you want, a couple cans of something, a couple boxes of something, and so we really don't, we want to remove all the barriers to entry and provide really excellent music for our community, and also to be able to provide for Food Link. I asked my friends to perform. Everybody volunteers. Everybody donates their time and their talents. And many of the audience members are stunned at the level of performances that go on in this. I'm like, yeah. I think someone said to me once, "Wow, these are incredible performances." I was like, yeah.
And all you need to do is bring a donation to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And this series happens, was it 3 times a year?
3 times a year, once in the fall, September, October. Actually, our our fall concert this coming up is going to be during the French Festival. Wow. So that's a new thing for us.
Beautiful, yeah.
And then there's a winter concert, February, and then there's one in April. And the April and the fall concerts are at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, and the concert in February is at Third Presbyterian Church, and they're very, very dedicated and loyal partners to this. And I couldn't really do this without them. So
the concert series, the food, the donations are given back to is fundraised for Food Link.
Everything goes directly to Food Link, and Food Link gets 100% of the donations too. There's no whatever nowadays there's so many fees on everything, but there's everybody associated with If Music Be the Food volunteers. So there's no, fee for whatever percentage gets taken off of the donations. And 100% of it goes directly to Food Link.
So you're helping alleviate the food insecurity here in Rochester.
Well, we hope so. It's a drop in the bucket, but it's at least something. And it's hopefully, this year we had a record amount of fundraising. We raised over $12,000, which is, I was really happy with that amount. And it's hopefully that's $12,000 that Food Link doesn't have to work for, those people who work so hard and trying to, with dealing with all the government shortages and everything, and they're trying to feed the community. And hopefully that's something they don't have to do very much for.
Yeah. And I spoke with Mark Dwyer over at Food Link, and he said this about you, and I quote, Mimi, okay? He said, "She's always someone that strikes me as super engaged, super willing to help, and it just gets really excited about the series every single time. And you do great work, and you're always motivated." How does that make you feel to hear that from?
That's nice. I think it's true. I am really motivated. I want it to be successful. I want to have a nice audience for my performers that are volunteering their time. Yeah. So to play for an engaged audience, that's really something that musicians love.
Yeah, and WXXI has a huge classical following. We have WXXI Classical.
Yes.
So we our listeners are definitely enjoy your music. Is this helping alleviate food insecurity? Is this a passion of yours, or how do you feel about being that little drop in the bucket that you say?
It is a little drop in the bucket. I have a need to feed people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Chinese mother, and my students all know that too. I bring snacks to class, and I think I had one student tell me, had a little reception for them after a concert. I had a student tell me once, "Oh, good, this is my dinner." It was just cheese and crackers or something. I said, "My God, don't tell me that, because I'm going to bring you a steak next time."
And if Music Be the Food concert series, it's not only in Rochester, you expanded, right?
Yes, and so many of Carol's students went on to, when they were done with their work at Eastman, they moved to other places and got jobs or went to school in other places. And now there are 20 other chapters of If Music Be the Food, and it's international. Now there's one in Vancouver, in British Columbia.
Yeah.
So it's really a wonderful thing, and everybody does it their own way in their community, and asks their own people, and have, kind of does their own thing. Yeah. So it's just a really wonderful thing that Carol started.
Yeah. And do they check in with you? These other, like, "Hey, Mimi, are we doing this right?"
They actually check in with Carol. Carol is sort of in charge of everything, and I check in with Carol too. And, she, does the social media and all that stuff, which I'm glad somebody else does.
Yeah. So you get to hear lovely classical music, and you just bring a donation.
Well, yeah, and those are the things that are really, I feel really strongly about, is music and food.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, and giving back to the community, being able to do stuff for the community is important to me.
Yeah, and that's why you were referred to be featured on this segment, because you're so humble, but what you're doing is making a huge impact. Do you feel as if you're leaving a legacy? Is this a legacy you want to leave behind?
I think legacy is kind of a strong word. I'm happy to be doing this, and I'm happy to be continuing to do this. I think it's in the grand scheme of fundraising or whatever, it's really not that much money, but it's what I've done. So
yeah, every little bit helps, Mimi.
Well, so, I think if people start thinking, well, this isn't very much money, I don't need to do this, and that's why then things don't get done.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Mimi. We want to thank you so much for the work that you're doing to help nourish the community and make the community a better place. We appreciate you, and in this month, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we salute you, and we wish you much success with If Music Be the Food concert series. And if someone wants to check it out, where can they find the schedule or your calendar?
Our website is ifmusicbethefood.com. You have to scroll down to the Rochester portion, and if anybody wants to just email me their list, I can put them on my mailing list, which is also a good way to know.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mimi, for making such a big impact in our community.
Thanks for having me, Racquel.
Next, we have Joanna and Joanna Ra on the show, so stay with us. And we're back with WXXI Connections. My name is Racquel Stephen, filling in for Evan Dawson. And today we're celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we're commemorating those in our community who can trace their lineage back to Asia or the Pacific Islands, but made Rochester home and doing their part to make it a better place. And with me in studio, I have John and Joanna Ra. And before you came in studio, I heard there was a party in the lobby. I heard the commotion. I said, who is there? They're like, oh, your guests are here. I'm like, oh, of course they are, right? Because when we first met, the energy, the spirit, it's all there. So I wasn't surprised that we were having a party with the Ras in the lobby. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you for being a guest on this series. Tell me, how did you meet? I call you guys the power couple.
Oh, no.
And yeah, just you can get closer to your mic right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. I know you're not shy, Joanna.
Well, so we heard the party was here at WXXI.
Yeah,
so
so we showed up.
Yes,
yeah,
don't
we
be
came
tardy
here.
to the party. So tell us, how did you guys meet? Like, where did this powerful relationship
That's
stem
going to
from?
be a 2-day story. Yeah.
I'll summarize it. I was in Korea doing my bachelor's back in '90s, mid '90s,
Yes.
and I went to a martial arts school called Yongin University. While I was in school there, I was doing my studies. I was also doing a lot of martial arts because that was my major, and thankfully I met my beautiful wife through a friend.
Mm-hmm.
His girlfriend's friend. So, when I met, I was like, hey, there's something about her,
Yeah.
So that's how we met. And we were together for about a year. And a year later, exactly February 22nd, 1997 is when we met. And the following year, 1998, I flew back into Los Angeles because that was home for me.
Yeah.
And then that's when we had to decide, are we going to move on or continue with our relationship?
Yeah.
So I said, we're going to stay together.
Yeah.
We did.
And, yeah, long story short, yeah. So, yeah, it took a while for her to, the whole process with immigration, especially in LA, lines extra long, so it took a few years, about like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And during that time, we had our small wedding, and our daughter Haley was born. And by the time they came into LA, Haley was a year and like 4 months.
Yeah.
And so that was probably one of my most difficult times. I watched my daughter grow up. We didn't have FaceTime or any of the technology we have today, but she will post pictures through Yahoo. I had Yahoo and AOL email.
Wow, whoa,
Yeah,
you're taking
yeah.
very
Sounds
nostalgic.
old.
We're going really way back.
And the internet was beep, because
You had
it
to
was
dial
a
up.
dial-up.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Taking
And
picture of
so,
Haley was
yeah.
my job at the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
and she had a camcorder, so she would record, herself and my baby daughter, and she would mail that over, and
Wow.
I'll watch it for days, and just
Yeah.
So that was our beginnings before we
Yeah.
moved to Rochester.
What a great story to
Yeah.
tell the grandkids.
Oh,
Joanna, like there's something about John that made you stick around through the dial-up
yeah.
for those years.
Yes.
What about John's character that really intrigued you?
Well, definitely, his character. He think I fall in love with his look, but I told him,
This is gonna be a great show.
good-looking guy.
Yeah.
But his way he carry himself.
Be
and how
honest,
he,
honey.
I'm very honest. How he treat other people, also how disciplined he was.
Yeah.
Saw him at his university, prestigious martial arts school. I have one professor from my hometown. He was an Olympic 86
'84,
1984. Professor
1984.
on. He was my hometown hero, and he was professor, and he studied under him. And
I wasn't never a athletic, attractive person, but yeah, whole group, their energy and their just the way they carry their life was so
Yeah.
inspiring and just yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like you two are just two peas in a pod. And I know when you came to Rochester, what year was that? 2006.
6, yes.
2006, right? Very humble beginnings.
Yes.
Very humble.
Yes.
Can you speak about moving from LA to Rochester?
Absolutely. So what brought us out here? My younger sister Kelly and her husband John. He's also John. We have lots of Johns in the family. Makes life easier, And so my brother-in-law John came to U of R for his PhD in 2006, and my sister kind of bribed me and convinced me to come out here. And yeah, they bought a small house up in Greece, and they say, "Hey, John, this is a great place to raise a family." My kids were 1, 3, and 5 at that time. She said, housing's affordable, good schools, a little long winter, but other than that, And so I was ready for a change.
Yes.
Because LA is saturated with everything,
Yeah.
and I lived my life there most of my life, and so I told Joanna, Kelly's next door neighbor is selling their house. They didn't even list it. Maybe she goes, go see it. So I went, saw it, and it was literally right next door, and I decided to put an offer in. They didn't even list it. I bought it straight from the owners.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
compared to the housing in LA,
This was pretty good.
you know what? I said, all right, here, just charge it on my credit card.
Right.
I say that as a joke, but it was affordable,
Yeah.
And that's what brought us out here. And here's my sister and brother-in-law. They're supposed to be here for at least 5 years for his studies, but they ended up taking off after 2 years.
And you stayed.
And we're here, and this is our 20th year in Rochester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And that seems to be the theme, right? Because my guest before said, I cried when I came from LA to Rochester initially, and now I've been here since the 90s, right? And it's something about Rochester that makes people stay. And despite the jobs that you had to just make ends meet, your passion
Yep.
was still there.
Yes.
Your
yes.
passion for the martial arts
Yes.
was still live and present, right?
Yes.
And Joanna, you said something. You were like, when he would come home, right?
Yes.
When he would come home from volunteering, teaching taekwondo.
Yeah, with the 3 kids, I was staying home mom. He go to 9 to 5 job. At the time, he was working at the paycheck.
Yeah.
He's getting promoted, and I asked, honey, how was your day? He said, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And one sentence. But I know he was involved in martial arts for his lifetime, and a lot of church friends asked me, John, would you like to come out and teach and to taekwondo? I said, sure. He started as a kind of hobby, but every time he comes home, he has a smile one ear to another, and then he cannot stop talk about it. And then I know how awesome he is in taekwondo, and I kind of forgot about it. We're busy, taking care of 3 little munchkins. So, but I knew in my heart, that is what he, made it to do, loved to do. And we're like passionate, for community and just to grow in our heart. And we didn't have anything, like mentioned about humble beginning, but something clicked in my heart, like this is what we need to do. And yeah, that's how actually what made us stay here in Rochester.
Yeah.
Well, so if I could, my first week here, because I had to find work, I went all the way down to Geneseo to a Chevy car dealer. I used to drive out about 30, 40 minutes from Greece. And it was cold winter, I never seen snow come down so much. I was trying to sell cars.
Welcome to Rochester. Yeah.
And there's no one coming in to buy cars. And this was probably December because we moved out here in right after Thanksgiving. And I'm outside just cleaning, cleaning all the snow off all the vehicles. I'm not getting any sales. I'm just making phone calls. I never worked as a car dealer, trying to sell cars. After a week, I said, I don't think this is gonna work. So, yeah, by God's grace, I was able to land a job in Parrington called Conserve. It was a student debt collection.
Oh my God.
So I worked there as a debt collector on a call center.
Oh, no.
Trying to make ends meet, and from there I moved on to Paychecks. Worked there for another 6 months, and after I was just working a lot of odd jobs. This is the first year leading up to it. And I was painting, like my church members' homes, to fixing, because I'm somewhat handy. And so I did a lot of little odd jobs. And before we actually launched our first school in 2007, which was around September, October.
Yeah, 2007.
Yeah,
A year after you came here. So
yes.
Joanna gave her blessing. Like, John, let's just go full force. Let's go with the martial arts. Let's go with your passion. And 2007, you stepped out on faith.
Yes.
And you found a studio.
Yep.
Right here in Neighborhood of the Arts.
Yeah.
I know Joanna could tell you more in details, but the school that we're looking for, because we're obviously, we're looking to, live my passion, and we found a school online. I like this, the look of this school out of all the other schools. And it had a traditional, like Asian, Oriental feel, hardwood floors, and very, Asian colors and all that. And then later, we ended up going to Continental Martial Arts. Shout out to Continental Martial Arts. They said, there's a space here. These guys don't use it all the time. And they're only in there like twice, 3 times a week. So I connected with Mark Cardona from Renaissance Martial Arts. And he let me, use it. Obviously, I had to pay. It helped him out. And that's when we launched our first classes. Taught about 3 times a week, children, adults, and 2 years later, 2009, a space opened up, and that's when we opened our own, had our own space.
Yeah.
That was right there on Elton Street on University.
Yeah.
That was my sign from God.
Yes, I was asking,
Yeah.
did that confirm for you that this was the path
To
that
me,
you
that
were
was
taking?
like miracle. We're like young, late. We're in 30 with the 3 kids, young couple, just dreaming and hoping things could happen. And so when he told me, he came home, honey, guess what? I said, what happens? The space we looked at online a couple of days ago, those 2 moments that we only know, nobody knows what happened. And we're just in the small closet, smoke like a laptop. And he said, that's the space that we're going to use. Oh my gosh, what in the world? This can happen.
Yeah.
So I knew that was God say, go ahead and do this. I'll be with you.
Yeah. And then you kept growing.
Actually, so yeah, we're growing, but we hit a plateau. Again, we are just grateful that God allowed us to have our own space. We didn't mind where it was, but we used to always come down Ridge Road to Lake Ave and make a left on Main Street and go straight to University, right? And we had people coming from the suburbs, the city here, and we had and all of our little 3 children, would come straight from school. So it was fun. I had a great time. I think I started teaching when I was 34 there in 2007.
Yeah. And now you have in Pittsford. So you travel to different, you settled in different buildings.
Yes.
But now you're now in Pittsford, and now you have this beautiful center,
Yes.
the AGAPE Black Belt Center, in Pittsford. And with that center, you're training more than 200 individuals of all ages?
Yes, give or take. Sometimes we have a few more. Sometimes we have summertime's a slow season, so people are on vacation. But yeah,
pictures.
Right
if you're
around.
looking at the YouTube, you'll see the pictures flashing.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give a little shout out to my husband.
Yeah.
The beginning of 8 years
Yeah.
when we're in the location that we are starting. Now I realize more. He was the only teacher, and he taught all taekwondo classes from age 5 to 70s, and judo class, hapkido classes. He has such a passion. He said it was fun, but it was such a demanding job. And because it's his passion, he never complained. He may say, "Oh, it's achy here and there," but when he put his uniform, he transforms. Nobody knows he's like put up with any aches and everything.
Well, I was young.
Yes, he was
Now
literally
it's a little
flying.
different.
But
Yes.
watching him in the class was my fun. Like
Yeah.
every day, this guy just love what he's doing. We have no idea about businesses. We don't ask for tuition. Just
Yeah, just giving back.
But one parent's grandma who brought his grandson, she came to me. At that time, I didn't speak any language, so I was in the corner, really like tried to not get any attention. She came to me, said this. I will never forget. If John, I admire this guy because if it's one student or 100 student, he's the same energy and same passion to teach.
Yeah.
And I didn't say a whole lot. I was just observing every day. But I just pray every day, God, just to help him to, people to know about his passion, his heart.
Yeah.
And he overused his body. Oh my gosh. No one works harder than him. Very, like, he loves helping people. So he teach, and the rest of the day he goes someone's houses, fixing the roof and try to, make ends meet. 3 kids with first immigrant wife, so I wasn't much of help at the time. So now.
But now you're a trained instructor now.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He made sure that
I
he
work
made sure
hard.
you're not going to look at me anymore. You're going to work hard
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
And what I love about this dynamic is that you speak so highly of your husband, and he speaks so highly of you. And when we talked initially, John said, your passion, Joanna, right, was childhood education.
Yes.
And you guys are making this center
Yes.
the home, the hub for both passions. Joanna, can you speak on your passion? Why childhood education?
Well, my upbringing wasn't, I guess, normal. I had to fight for everything. It was surviving, broken family. But for somehow in the young age, I was curious about why people think certain way. What dynamic the family has affects child. How we can understand each other better. And so I just always has a curiosity about understand people, and then most importantly help people too. But if you can understand young child mind, that I think there was such a great outcome.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's hard to summarize. But yeah, I have passion for the kids.
Yeah.
Once you have some life that you had to endure, I guess you gain that much compassion to understand someone else's pain. So I just want to do my part to help young kids that need help.
Yeah. And you said, Joanna, I want to quote you. You said, if you give a good foundation and good moral life character in young age, you have much healthier, productive citizens.
Yes, definitely. I see that kids are confused. There's so many information in your early age. They need a direction. They will make their own decision, but help them to what is good and bad in their heart. And still be okay to make a mistake. But yeah, I think world needs more goods, and each one of us make that goods, and we had to teach that hard work is good, being nice is good, no shortcut, support each other, carry each other. You're not the only one suffering, but there's always hope in this world. I just want to tell the kids life is good, just believe in it, keep fighting for the better. Yeah.
And this with Taekwondo, I know I have a question here before, so we can clarify. John, they want to know what kind of kung fu did you study, and what kind do you teach?
Well, kung fu is right because again, kung fu, karate, taekwondo. I know, it's got China, Korea, Japan, but martial arts is all one family. When you trace back to the lineage, it all came from God to Adam and Eve and the rest of the world. So kung fu is not the discipline we teach, but our main discipline is taekwondo. And taekwondo has two main governing bodies. One is WT, formerly used to be called World Taekwondo Federation, but they dropped that F, WTF to WT for obvious reasons. And the other is ITF, International Taekwondo Federation. So those are the two main governing bodies. I used to teach ITF style, which is more like traditional, hard. It's more similar to karate style, very hard and rigid. And you'll see if you YouTube ITF Taekwondo, you'll see guys like breaking sticks on their backs, and they're breaking baseball bats and all of that.
That's what you do.
No, I used to
Used
teach
to.
that.
Used
to
I
teach
used
that.
to teach that.
Wow.
And so the forms were all ITF styles, traditional forms. I call it the Chunji series, and in 2014, we kind of transitioned out of ITF and into WT form or style. Why? Because WT through WT, because my kids are very into competition, or they were. Now they're all kind of like phasing out because they're getting a little older now, trying to finish up school and looking forward to their career. The main pipeline to go to the Olympics or World Championships off Olympic season, Pan Am Championship is through WT, World Taekwondo. And that's why we made that transition. But, so it's very different, so if I was to explain it, I would say ITF style is very traditional, like mom's, diner kind of cooking, right? I use a lot of analogies for food. But WT is more like fusion style, so it's more like...
More commercialized.
Yes, you're right.
Say more modern.
But I love this like childhood education center, and the Taekwondo, the dojang, in one center, but they're based off the same principles, right? Because you're still teaching kids discipline and humility and how is I could imagine that it's kind of like, hey, we're learning this. It works. It works really well. This fusion.
It took a while because there is a different cultural differences. We do very much Asian style bowing. We answer yes sir, no sir. Some people encourage that, and some people say, yeah, that's old school. I don't speak like that. They could call me Johnny, which is all good. But there's a culture that has at the dojang, the martial arts school. Everybody learn how to conduct themselves more respectfully. First of all, respect yourself is first. And then once you're able to do that, you could start respecting others. Most importantly, kids can use some extra help in the focus, body control. I would say not just you physically, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information. Sometimes kids don't know how to react, even express how they feel, what language, what kind of conflicts, how that conflicts make them feel. So I do a lot of talking with them. It's fun to play with each other.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have a lot of devices,
Yeah.
but best gift that I feel that everybody should enjoy is each other's
It's
company.
interaction. Yeah.
Yes.
Human
Right,
interaction.
right,
Because we
Yeah.
lost that, right?
Yeah,
The kids
yeah, yeah.
lost that with these devices and,
Yes.
and, you know, with iPads and TikTok, and no one really has that face-to-face physical interaction anymore. But you basically share these principles in both.
Yes.
That's
So,
handy. Yeah.
right. Obviously, we started with the martial arts, but back in 2015, when we relocated to Pittsford, that's when we launched our after school.
Center, yeah.
And then we're at a smaller space. And then in 2019, early January, we moved to our current location, which is most suitable for both Taekwondo, the martial arts, and after school, because it's zoned for the school buses to come in and drop off. So we apply the same principles in after school.
Yeah.
You know, when they come, they don't just walk in and walk by, but they come right off the bus and they'll bow and they'll say, "Hello, ma'am,"
Wow.
and it was "Hello, Johnny. Go on and go wash your hands," and
Yeah.
and so on, right? So, yeah, the same thing applies. In fact, some of our staff who works in the after school, if they're already student of ours, they already know the protocols. But if there's someone who has, then they learn the protocols and they'll start saying yes sir, yes ma'am to their supervisor, which is her. And
I say it too, like yes, ma'am. And you two have accomplished so much. This is why I call you guys the power couple, right? And even though you created this community, right, within the dojang and the child education center, you wanted more. You wanted more community. So you started the local chapter here of the Asian Pacific American Public Affairs, APAPA. So you can bring more people together.
Yes.
Well, unity to bring any type of group and people was our passion. We're Christian. He is very active in sports association. But somehow it didn't click, and with the busy work. But yeah, long story short, again, we made a great connection with the public leaders. Just want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm from Korea. His hometown is LA. There's always hearts of us wanted to have family, and our dojang family is like my extended family, and kids who's coming in is like my extended kids. But like we didn't see much Asian gathering in Rochester, so we thought it would be wonderful. We have some type of gathering and celebration.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
how we.
if I could chime in
yeah.
on that, so APAPA. Well, prior to APAPA, we were just kind of doing a lot of small like community work because God gave us the gift to care and have compassion for people, and so as we're doing various like type of work. The APAPA is a national organization from Sacramento, California, and I started in 2001. And it grew over time, and there's about 50 chapters. Currently, I think there's about like 35 active chapters. Anyhow, that fell on our lap 3 years ago. And I started from New York City to Albany, and then Syracuse. Shout out to Ty Shaw.
Yeah, Ty.
Ty's the New York State AAPI commissioner. Him and I are friends, so he said, "John, you want to start one here in Rochester and Buffalo as well." So we have 5 chapters here in New York State, and so I took that on a little over 3 years ago. That's when I start to get more exposed to the state work, and we start to look into more of the needs of AAPI community. And just you remember the Asian hate and Black Lives Matter, and there was so much going on with the pandemic, coronavirus. So I think it kind of fell at a good time. And when Joanna and I decided, well, the hardest thing to do is try to get people together. And I said, you know what people loves food. Okay, when there's food, people come, right? Yeah, food and also music and festival. Rochester is known for festival, and we don't have a Asian festival. There's so many other festivals, so we say yes. Let's launch a Harvest Moon Festival in September, and this is 2023, 3 years ago, and we launched it. Not having any experience, and
that was crazy. Now that I'm looking, that was crazy.
But it seems like everything that's in your purpose just takes off.
Another thing I had to share insight. I said, so we've done so many work. We're already too busy. I don't think we could take on any more assignment. But I want to also shout out to Moshe Robinson. At that time, he was a public liaison for Rochester Police Department. His character and John's character was just connect right away. The way he was and how he's moving and, showing up at every time, and he was need to be show up. And his partner, Tina, which happened to be a Korean adoptee. So our dynamic, just friendship was just immediate click. And we had this idea. We always hopeful. And then, if we don't have a location, we have no money for anything. And we can't do this. There we go. The location showed up.
Wow. It didn't just show up.
But he found the location.
I had to poke around, and God opens doors when you knock.
So that was my sign to say go. Yeah. And then we're praying for 500. God,
this was amazing to me. You're hoping just for if we can get 500 people. We did okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how many people showed up, Joanna?
4,000.
Well,
wow.
It could be more than that because we had an entrance where there's a person counting all the people walking in with the clicker. There was also another side where it was for exit, but people are coming in through that side too. So again, we know that we have over 4,000.
So the people, the Asian American people, were longing for this just as much as you were. They were longing for a sense of community.
That was completely. Yeah.
I think this is the first time all of the AAPI communities ever got together, at least here in Rochester, in one place. And so I recall, and Joanna could tell you too, but man, all these parents are like, I'm so glad you're doing this. Yeah. But I wish there was something like this when we were growing up here. Yeah. Because they never had this, So, I think it was a huge success. And people are asking, are you going to do it again next year? Or after all that work, we're like, well, let us think about it for a couple months. We need to recover.
Yeah. It is a lot of work, but it's so rewarding, right?
Yes.
To see what your vision come to life and to bring community together. And that's why we had to honor and spotlight the power couple.
Thank you. But it's just not us. We are honored to be in that call and didn't give up. That's one thing the martial arts taught me. Of course, my faith in Christ. Our school name is AGAPE. Yeah. He was with me from the beginning, the end. But Taekwondo taught me to never give up.
Yes.
So I ask around with the people who I know, all the close friends, are you sure, Joanna? Don't do this. It's gonna be too much. People will not appreciate whatever. At the end of the day, I was very discouraged, but I said, why not?
Why not?
I don't want to hear don't. Just at least try it. Then I'm okay to, fail, but I don't want to walk away and say, never got to even try it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of discouragement, from people. But the hardest thing I was told by my dad was the hardest thing is to start it, and we did it, and it's going, it's
Yes.
moving along.
Yeah.
It's
It has to
amazing.
continue.
So
You
this
started your legacy.
this September, I know we gotta probably go now.
Yeah.
I hear the music. September 26th.
I love John. This is
Save the
amazing.
date. It's our third.
September 26th.
26th.
Yes.
Okay.
Save the date for the next Harvest Moon Festival, and the location will be determined. We have about 4 spaces that we're gonna have
Yeah,
to pick.
I
Follow
love
us.
breaking news
Yes.
here on WXXI
All right.
Connections. Thank you to the Ras for joining us on this episode.
Thank you so
We
much.
celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month on WXXI Connections. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We love WXXI.
Best
This program is a production of WXXI Public Radio. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of this station, its staff, management, or underwriters. The broadcast is meant for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use in another medium without expressed written consent of WXXI is strictly prohibited. Connections with Evan Dawson is available as a podcast. Just click on the Connections link at WXXInews.org.